All right, while you're applauding, keep it going. Welcome to the stage, Joshua Smith.
Hello, Alameda. So I come up with things to think about that are mostly useless, but for instance, I was thinking the other day, what would I do if I was out hiking with my kids, maybe some of their friends or nephews or nieces, and a bear came up, and I had to leave one of them behind for the bear. Which one would I pick? Well, I love my kids. I don't care so much for the other kids. It's not going to be any of us. And you know what? I have a niece once who stood us up, supposed to babysit, ruined the whole evening. I think I'd probably go with her. I think I'd let her get eaten by the bear. And I suppose that, I think that, the premise seems kind of weird, but I know that there's, each of you is probably thinking there's someone in their family, maybe they don't need to die, but maybe they don't need to bring that kid around so often. Like the kid who just does strange things, and next you know you're sitting out and he's in the living room and he's putting on a pair of your socks. Or maybe there's a kid who, some time ago, I remember there was this one who, I was out with him and his dad and my son, and all of a sudden the kid wouldn't get in the car. And his father was like, I don't know what to do, he won't get in the car. So I got out of the car, I was ready to drive, and I got up in the kid's face and I said, get in the fucking car, I'm gonna leave you here. Guess what he did? He got in the car. You know what, I picked that kid. My niece, she can get a reprieve. In fact, that kid, he can even carry the food. Yeah. So, anyway, it would also be much easier for me to not come back with somebody else's kid than my own. I'll get over it eventually. And in fact, it'd be much easier to explain. Stevie, he was a good kid, we loved him, but he just wasn't as fast as the rest of us. And he really didn't suffer long. Once the bear got into the central nervous system, he stopped screaming. Anyway, just in case after the show, if you need any babysitting, I can do that for you. Speaking of kids, I don't know if any of you are familiar with these American Girl dolls that are damned expensive. They probably cost 30 cents to make, but they're awfully expensive. And they come with these background stories that are just, they're all ethnically, come from different ethnic backgrounds, and like then they come with these background stories in addition, and they get really deep, and some of it's superficial, and then some of the pages, I don't know if everyone has read them, who's had them, like there's an African American girl who loves fashion, and she uses it to help fight civil rights. But then on the back page, as you get further deep, she's also related to her great grandmother was also raped by Thomas Jefferson. It's an American Girl. Who would have thought that was on there? Or an Italian girl who loves, pasta, maybe Mussolini. But if you look, she's also related to someone from a couple thousand years ago who nailed in Jesus' left hand. Yeah, so just some more things to think about. I dated a girl, this is true. She told me that she once dated Robin Williams, and was seeing him just before he died, actually. And she wouldn't give me any more information, but that part is true. And the other kind of, when I did get to the point where I was rubbing her pussy, a little bit of smoke started to come out, and I could hear, "You never had a friend as good as me." That's my time. Thank you very much.
Keep it on for Joshua Smith.